Good morning, stepsons. I'm a little late getting my shaving this morning because I had a call earlier. But here we are. So how was your weekend? Was it a good weekend? Did you do anything exciting or fun? We had some family over and we're planning a trip. Some of us are going to Yellowstone this week, which is going to be cool. What about you? A lot of people are going back to school. Today is actually the first day of college for our youngest son. And because of a global pandemic, he's going to college in his bedroom online, which is not probably the ideal and probably not what he was expecting, but it is what it is. So this morning I was thinking of a story not a story, but of something that happened to me as I was going to school. I think it was 7th grade. So it was the first year, junior high, intermediate, whatever they called it then. And we had shop classes. Now, back then it probably still is a little bit, but the guys would go to the shop classes and the girls had sewing classes. We actually had sewing classes. I'll tell you, I took the sewing class in the 8th grade, which back then, that was really weird. I'll tell you that a different time. But in the 7th grade, I was in the shop class. And I think it was half year of wood shop and half year of metal. And I'm thinking this was the wood shop. So we had, the first part of the school year, you're having the instruction, first part of the class, before you could go work in the actual shop. So before you get your hands on the tools and start building things, you had to go through the bookwork first. So we had to learn about the equipment, I guess. I don't know what. I don't remember what it was. We had to pass some kind of a test before we could go into the shop. And I don't think I was the first one, but I was one of the first ones that finished all the bookwork in order to be able to be permitted to go out into the shop and start working with, maybe this was metal, but with wood or metal. And I think this was the metal shop now that I think about it. The teacher, I'm pretty sure his name was Mr. Jarrett, and I'm that old, but it's been a while. But after I passed the bookwork and I got out there, and I think it was me and, maybe just one or two others at the time, he made the comment to me. I thought it was kind of funny back then, but he made the comment because he was kind of serious. He was kind of a serious guy. You're in a man's world now. We kind of thought that was kind of corny for him to say that. But I was thinking about that this morning. What does that mean? If I tell you that, you're in a man's world now, what does that mean to you? Does it mean you're in a wood shop or a metal shop and you're around equipment that if you're not careful you can cut your finger off with or get hurt with? Is that what being in a man's world means? I think it means something different. Now, that may be part of it. Facing risks that can, if you don't do it right, can cause you problems. But I'd be curious, in the comments, tell me what you think it means to be in a man's world now. Few thoughts as I wrap up. Being in a man's world, to me, means being responsible. And I share this with you because I want you to be in a man's world. This is not a contest between genders. This doesn't mean men are better than women, and that's a big stupid argument that's going on, has for decades. It is not a contest between who is better. One is not complete without the other, and one is not better than the other. So if that's what you're thinking of, then you might as well get that out of your mind right now. I think being in a man's world and being a man is things like being able to admit when you're wrong, to apologize when you do something that was wrong, to work harder than you feel like you want to, even because you know you should. It's the right thing to do. To stand up for someone that maybe doesn't have a lot of friends and needs some encouragement and some support. Those are some things, but put in the comments what you guys think it means to be in a man's world. And, you can chuckle at that too, because it was kind of a funny statement, but that's the one I was thinking of this morning. So, Johnny, always remember 2 lessons. You can succeed in a man's world, even though your dad's not in your daily life. And always remember that your stepdad loves you. I'll see you on the next video.